Hello guys, and welcome to another boring video of me driving along talking about a load of rubbish. So I'm going to do a video about this Astra once again, because I don't really have anything else to do a video on, to be fair. And it's just basically about, what is this car like? How fast is it? Is it fast? Is it any good, basically? Because when I got this car, I immediately said no, it's rubbish, it's crap. Because the Fiesta was a really good car, and this is nowhere near as good. Now, it's going to be subjective, because coming from the Fiesta, which was a pretty fast car, 215 brake, blah blah blah, coming into this car, which is a 1.8, 125 brake, it's getting on a bit now, it's 13 years old. So yeah, this car was naturally going to feel pretty bad to drive, pretty rubbish, but after a few months of living with this car, I've kind of got used to it, and I haven't really got anything else now to compare it against, so this car is actually starting to feel, not fast, but nippy. Now, it's a 1.8, about 125 brake horsepower. Now, to most people, that's not that much, but as I say, it's subjective. I mean, if you think about when you first started driving, most of us, we had like I had a 1 litre Fiesta, which had about 80 brake horsepower, something ridiculous like that, and that was slow. That was a slow car. But there was always the one kid that had like the 1.4 or the 1.6, and then you get into that and it feels like a rocket ship compared to your little 1 litre. Now this is a 1.8 16 valve, so if I rewound sort of 13 years when I started driving, if I jumped straight into this car would feel like silly fast, like really quick to someone that's used to a 1 litre car. Now, as I was used to the 1.6 ST, the turbo, that's why this car felt so slow. But as I say now, it's starting to feel a bit quicker. Now, I borrowed a van the other day, a little Peugeot Partner diesel van, and after getting into this car, after driving that van, this felt amazing. But I can honestly say this car doesn't drive amazingly. But anyway, so what I thought I'd do is, I thought I'd see how quick it is. Now the clutch is a bit rubbish, you can't really do gear changes quickly, but I've come to a road which is actually closed, and it's a nice long straight road. I've been here before for a few of my videos, and as I say, it's closed, but I know a little route how to get on here, so I can pretty much have this road to myself, not be interrupted, and we can do some little tests, little runs, little speed runs. So this Astra has actually got a stopwatch built into the dashboard, because that's how high tech this car is. Now you control it with the stalk, with the indicator stalk to start stop. So I thought we could try a little 0 to 60 time with this built-in stopwatch. Now we know it's not going to be very accurate, but it should be, you know, there within sort of half a second, there or thereabouts. So I'm kind of expecting this car to get to 60 in around 10 seconds. Now the Fiesta is about 6.4, something like that, 6.3 I managed to get down to, so it's quite a lot slower than the Fiesta, but I thought we'd give it a go. Anyway, let's see how quick it is, so let's do it. Got the stopwatch set there, so I'm getting ready to press. Need to make sure what the right button is. There we go. Right, let's do it. Bit of wheel spin. A second, third, and 60. 10.1 seconds. My estimation was pretty much bang on. 10.1 seconds. I think I'm going to turn around here, and we'll do another one. second, third, 60, 9.9. Woo! Yeah! I want to got the wipers on. Well, the wipers have decided to come on. They're not. Oh, the wipers won't turn off. Yeah, so 9.9 seconds. What a beast! This thing's an animal. So we've done a 0 to 60. 9.9 seconds was the best, which is pretty rubbish to be fair, but as I say, it's all subjective. To some people this car will feel quick. Now let's see how this thing handles. A bit of wheel spin there. I'll take it easy because this road's a little bit bumpy, it's a little bit outback. Jesus Christ, this thing handles like a boat. The suspension on this car is just so incredibly sloppy. The brakes are not that good either. It's discs all round, but they don't have much bite to them really. You've got to really stamp on them. Oh, you've got a deer. There's a deer. Got to run it over. That's it, get out of the way. The gearbox as well. You can't drive that quick because the gearbox, it takes some nursing to get it into gear. You have to be gentle with it. If you try and just throw it in, it will just crunch and you'll miss a gear, and then it's game over. But when I first started driving this, I was scared. It scared me. The way it drove, the way it handled, I didn't feel safe. I thought it was going to just take me into the nearest tree, kill me. I had no confidence in it. But now I'm getting a bit, I'm knowing the car's limits, and I'm knowing exactly what I can do with the car. And it's quite fun, you know, it's better than nothing. Considering it's a run around until the RS arrives, it's you know, it's not too bad. I can still go out and have quite a fast drive, albeit nowhere near as fast as what I used to do. But could be worse. Could be driving a Honda Jazz, for example, which I hate with a passion. I hate Honda Jazz. Anyone that drives a Honda Jazz, they always get in your way. Usually about 90. No disrespect to them, you know, it's a nice little car for the LD to drive, but if I see a Honda Jazz, I know they're going to cause me problems. So if you see a Honda Jazz on the road and it's safe, overtake them as quickly as possible. So yeah, the Astra's not too bad. It's alright, you know, pretty sloppy, but it gets me from A to B. I think top speed wise, I've not actually tried the top speed, but I think you're probably going to be looking at about 125, maybe 130 at push. But obviously there's nowhere I can do top speed without breaking the law, and I don't want to be breaking the law. So yeah. Ooh, real wheel spin there. Oof. But the gearbox is going to fall down then. And there we go. So, as an overall, what do I think of this car? I'm going to give it a mark out of 10 for, I don't know, just how good it is for me. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because it does the job. It seems to be reliable. I've done quite a few miles in it. It's nippy. It's got cruise control. It's got heated leather seats. What else has it got? It's got 4 wheels, a steering wheel, you know, yeah, it does the job. Hopefully, oh, and it also sailed for its MOT, which is good, so got a year's MOT on it now. Hopefully the RS will be here by February, that's the plan. So if this old girl keeps trooping on till February, that'll do me nicely. So yeah, it's not bad overall. It handles like a boat, as we already discussed. Doesn't brake too well, but it goes and does the job. So yeah, but it's not fast. To answer the question of this whole video, how fast is the Astra? It's not fast. Just found another thing about this car that I never knew. The fuel gauge is terribly inaccurate. I think 1 minute it said I had just under a quarter of a tank, and now it's flashing. I'm guessing flashing means that I need to get fuel sharpish. But then on the range, it says 56 miles. So who knows? Well, I've never had that flashing before. So I better get some fuel quick. But I'm in the middle of the countryside. I don't know if there's a garage nearby. So.